My name is Ryan Kuhlman. I'm doing a persuasive speech over 4 day school weeks. My audience consists of adults in the community. Corey,
Larry, Kristen, Jan,
Roger, George. Is everyone aware of the financial crisis many schools around the country are suffering due to budget cuts from their state governments? In this speech, I will tell you about one method schools are resorting to in order to save money, and I will try to persuade you to be opposed to this idea. And I will also try to persuade you to look into other money-saving strategies for your schools. The first thing I will talk to you about is the potential money-saving strategy of switching school days to 4 day weeks. With this method, schools go Monday through Thursday, eliminating school on Friday. When school is in session, time will be added from 30 minutes to an hour and a half each day, and the schools will save money by eliminating transportation, lunches and breakfasts, non-certified employee wages, and utilities. Schools that have been using this approach have shown better attendance and grade scores. Although 4 day school week benefits are high, it seems that the negatives outnumber the positives. Some experts say that students that go 4 day school weeks make lazy and unprepared children. That came from what'syoursign.org. If you think about it, not many jobs are 4 days or less a week. And when children get out of high school and they get a job in a 5 day week, it seems that they are overwhelmed, hard, and exhausted at the end of the day. After going for school 4 days, for 4 days for 12 years, it's just unnatural for the students. Another problem is what the parents will do with their children on the days that they do not have school. If the children are not old enough to stay home alone, they will have to find a babysitter or childcare. The increase of children needing daycares may increase the fees for childcare, and on top of paying for enrollment fees, the parents also have to pay for babysitters. If the children are old enough to stay home alone, who knows what they may be getting into. They could be out on the town goofing around, getting into trouble, or getting hurt, or they could be at home watching television, eating, sleeping, or playing video games, which is not exactly good on a children's mind. With the school days increase, students' attention span may be diminished. The teachers notice that at the end of the day, on a normal 8 to 3 or 8 to 3:30 work week, students' attention span is slowly disappearing. Adding an extra 30 to 90 minutes each day could cause children to become restless and get in trouble more often. With the school days going later, homework time is also cut. With school going later, activities, clubs, sports also have to be later and go later. That makes supper time later, homework later, and bedtime later. And with bed being later, children may not get their adequate 8 hours of sleep, and that directly affects their attention span. Hearing all the negative aspects of a 4 day school week, I will propose new techniques that are better suited for students and parents. The first one may not be the most popular to people, but it does save money. That is consolidating schools. Schools that are in close proximity can join, and that reduces heating, air conditioning, and transportation. It also brings more money to the school by the increase of student enrollment fees. Another is to extend the school day by 30 minutes. Just adding 30 minutes a day could cut a school year by a couple weeks. 30 minutes may seem like a long time, but in reality, it's only 2 or 3 minutes to each class, and that is hardly noticeable. Another one is to cut school programs. Programs that have just a handful of students participating in them isn't exactly cost efficient for the kids. It may make some people mad, but you got to look out for the best of the school and the people in the community over just a couple of kids. In conclusion, learning about all the negatives of 4 day school week, I hope you're now opposed to the idea of trying to make your school a 4 day school week and keep it out of your community school. Many different techniques can be used to save money, and I hope that if you get a say in any council or board, you will try to propose another alternative instead of 4-day school weeks. I have a couple graphs here that say education federal funding, and it shows that in 2014 we're expected to have the funding, lowest budget cut at 118 billion dollars nationwide, and in 2011 it's the highest at 129.8 billion dollars. This came from U.S. government spending.com. I'll pass that around. I have another graph. It's a pie chart that has the budget expenditures for one school district in Kansas, and it shows where money is being taken out of from their budget cut. 88% of it comes from employee salaries and their benefits, and 8% of it comes from purchase services. 3% comes from supplies, and 1% comes from capital. This comes from Adams.org.